So, hello everyone. Today we will discuss Griffith problem 1.31 from Introduction to Electrodynamics, edition, fourth edition. So the question is, calculate the volume integral of the function t equals to z square over the tetrahedron where the corners at 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0 and 0, 0, 1. So to calculate the volume integral, we will integrate t with the infinitesimal volume, that is d tau, which is dx dy dz, and t is equal to z square. So now you can integrate in any order, but it's simplest. So what I mean by that is, since we have to integrate with respect to x, y and z, we will start integrating it first with respect to x, then with respect to y, then later on at the last we will integrate it with respect to z. The reason for that is it will be easier to calculate the integral in this order. Now we can also integrate dy or dz first and then other two later on. So, but we will do it this way. So first I want to clarify here that for this case, for the case of tetrahedron, our x, y and z are dependent on each other. So what I mean by that is, suppose I had a cube instead of a tetrahedron. I had a cube. So let's consider this one. So in this case, when my y is equal to 2, my value of x can either be 0 and x can be 2. Same for z. Z can be 0 and z can be 2 for y equals to 2. So I can clearly see from here that x and z are not dependent on y. They can have various values when y equals to 2. So basically in this case, in case of cube, our x, y and z are not dependent on each other. They are independent of each other. What I would have done in case of volume integral is, I would have used the triple integration, and in that case I would have integrated like this: integration of dx, then integration of dy and integration of dz. So I could have integrated them separately in case of a cube, but in case of tetrahedron, our x, y and z are dependent on each other, so we cannot do this. It would be wrong. So what we do is, first find the relation of x, y and z. So for this slope, this plane, I would say, when my x is equal to 0, when my x is equal to 1, my y and z are 0, and same for z and y. So I can write that x plus y plus z is equal to 1 for this plane, that is this plane. Okay, so whenever either of my, let's say, one is z equals to 1, then x and y would be 0. So x plus y plus z, this equation will be satisfied. Now when my x is equal to 1 by 2 and z equals to 1 by 2, and in this case my y is equal to 0, so I put these values: 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 0, so I would get again 1. So I just write the equation of this plane, that is x plus y plus z is equal to 1, and then find the value of x, that is 1 minus y minus z. Now I will integrate this dx with the limit of 0 from 0 to 1 minus y minus z. So by this I can basically what I did here is, this integration of dx, since they are since this x is dependent on y and z, I just put the relation on the upper limit and integrate it with respect to x, so that the relation I get will be equal to so the integral of x would be dependent on y and z, because x is dependent on y and z. So this is for this plane. Now again what I need to do is I put this value of integral in this equation, and then my value would be integration from 0 to 1 minus z. I will come to this limit again later. So I just put the value of integration of dx here, so 1 minus y minus z and into dy. So I am considering this bracket again now. So this integral is written here, and the reason the limit I chose is from 0 to 1 minus z is for the case of y and z. This is the case for y and z. This is my line. So y is dependent on z such that y plus z is equal to 1. Y plus z is equal to 1. So whenever I put a value of y is equal to 1, I get z equals to 0. And same when I put y equals to 1 by 2 and z equals to 1 by, then z would be equal to 1 by 2 according to this line. Okay, so I'm just what I'm doing is finding the relation between y and z. So this line has an equation that satisfies y plus z is equal to 1. So then I find y equals to 1 minus z and put this in the upper limit of the integral, and basically solve this integral with respect to y. And when I solve it, I get this equation. Now I put this equation again in this bracket and find the integral of z square into this bracket into dz, and now it would be equal to 0 to 1. So integral is from 0 to 1. The reason being that our z changes from 0 to 1 for this tetrahedron, okay, because it is from 0 0 0 to 0 0 1. So our z changes from 0 to 1 into z square, which I have written here. Now this bracket is equal to this, so I have just written it here and into dz. Now again I solve this integral, and after solving this I get it equal to 1 by 60. So I hope you understand this question now. So if you like my video, then subscribe to my channel and see you in my next video.